What is the distinction between information and knowledge? Is there a connection between the two? And if so, what is it? Can both be represented by data? Well, let's start off with an easy question, with the easy part, knowledge. Knowledge is something that one knows, It's either true or false. If it's true, it's proper knowledge. If it's false knowledge. And everything that we know came through our five senses: eyes, nose, mouth, ears, and the skin. Everything we know. And what we know, we were informed about something. And that thing informs us what it is through our five senses. So, what informs? Information informs. It's information. The word inform comes from information. So this information informs us what it is. Therefore, everything is information, even if we do not know what it is. One day we'll have instruments, and this thing will inform us of what it is. So everything is information. So, what are the characteristics of this information we know? Knowledge is information we know. That is the connection between knowledge and information. And what are the characteristics of this information that we know? It has to have a characteristics, We can't just know things. What we know can only be discrete, discrete. It's not continuous. It's discrete. We can only know something that's discrete. Again, what we know can be isolated. We know things because they can be isolated. You see these two together. Now, if they couldn't be isolated, we would never be able to study green without it being in relation to blue, or blue without it being in relation to green. You understand? But we can isolate green and study green. We can isolate blue and study blue, and they'll be both discrete. You understand? We can isolate them. Otherwise, we'd never know, you understand? But because we can isolate things, we can know them. So all information can be isolated. All information is consistent. This is green. This is a green Play-Doh. It's not going to change. It's never going to change. It's going to remain green. It's consistent. You understand? And all information is independent. This green is independent of this blue because we can isolate them. That means they're independent of each other. And then if everything's information, you're going to say, what about a baby? How is a baby independent? Because if we can only know information, that means a baby is also information. A baby is discrete. A baby can be isolated. A baby is consistent. And a baby is independent. Babies are known to survive tragic trauma to their parents. Let's say their parents get in a car accident. They're known to grow up and be successful adults. Yes, other people, relatives help them, but they're independent, you understand, as an entity. Everything's independent. And a most important one, they're all important. All information is in a random relationship. All of it. All information is in a random relationship. You are in a random relationship. You could have had a car accident today and ceased to exist. But here you are, you're watching this video and learning something, hopefully. All information is in a random relationship. See, they're in a random relationship because I made the relationship. I could make the relationship like this. You understand? Even the discrete thing in itself is in a random relationship. And all relationships cost energy. So to maintain itself, to maintain its structure, there must be energy in that thing. It's in a random relationship on its own, to itself. And from there, everything is in a random relationship. Understand? Probability. Just look at the earth. Here we are, we have life. We haven't found life anywhere else. I mean, we haven't found it scientifically. You know, I don't care about the proofs, archaeological proofs. We are talking about finding life out there right now. In the solar system, we are the only planet. That alone shows you it's rare. 1 in 9 chance. It looks like in nearby stars, we're 1 in a billion or trillion chance. But we'll see. It's all in a random relationship. And all information can be used to count. 1, 2, 3. All information can be used to count. You understand? You can use humans to count. You can use cows to count. Our phones are using electrons to count, you know, the microchips. All information can be used to count. 1, 2, 3. You can use an abacus. You can use your fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, all information can be used to count. And all information can tell the time. Yes, this party can tell the time. I can get an instrument that measures the vibrations in this thing. And I say, after so many vibrations, you understand? You can tell the time. You can look at my face. You see a 51-year-old man. No, all information tells the time. We have clocks with standardized time, but anything can tell the time. I can say I'll meet you after 30 heartbeats. I'm going to keep silent for 2 heartbeats. Hey, hello, I was silent for 2 heartbeats. That's a time. But it's not uniform, but it's still time. And all information can be used to measure. We have standard ruler here telling me centimeters. I can say from here to here is 9 inches, or I can say it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red Play-Doh, you know, 6 of them. Anything can be used to measure a distance, you know. But we standardize things and we think that's the only way. No, anything that exists, because everything's information, can be used to measure a distance. Now, if what I'm saying is true, you know, I could be lying to myself and to the world. What about magnetism? Nobody knows what magnetism is. Let's put it to the test. So I did the experiments on magnetism, and indeed, it is discrete. It organizes into a wave formation. It is discrete, like all other information. Thank you. Enjoy yourself.